boca versione, amore e love and gun. Your papa never told you about right and wrong. But you're looking good, baby. I believe that you're a feeling fine. Shake my life, no longer a bad sign. With a blue moon in your eyes.
I'm here today at Clements Carts, and not surprisingly, the two owners are with me, and your last name is Clements. So your first name?
Kim.
And?
I'm Julie.
Julie. Kim and Julie Clements. And Clements Carts, if you come from the north, if you come across the bridge coming to town, Clements is going to be one of the first businesses that you come to on the right. Used to be Jack's Rentals in here. Locals will remember that. And you've got a really nice shop. The first thing we'll talk about is obviously you sell golf carts.
Correct.
Now you've got some new technology. You've got some really advanced carts, and I keep seeing this logo. What's the big thing about these carts?
The big difference, they're all electric. Our new carts are all electric, built in Texas, and they have lithium batteries in them.
That's the big one I wanted to get to. They have lithium batteries, so it's a lot less weight. And I make a joke about this. They go like 50 miles an hour, right?
Not quite. They probably would. We don't let them. They're programmed to go 22 in the lifted carts, 25 in the non-lifted carts.
The big thing, though, is you also get range. I was shocked at that. They'll go, I know they're different carts have different battery capacity, but how far will they go on a charge?
30 to 50 miles on a charge.
30 to 50 miles. So you could get around town for a whole day. If you're playing golf, you could play golf all day. You don't have
Absolutely.
to play 18 in the morning and 18 in the evening. You can play golf all day long on one charge. That's a great thing. And in case you missed it, they're made right here in Texas. That's a nice thing, having something that's made in the United States for a change. So that's the first thing. You have a service department, so you service the carts that you sell, right?
Correct.
But you service just about every other kind of cart.
We do. We service as well EasyGo, Club Car, and Yamaha.
Okay. I have been here. I've watched people bringing in all kinds of carts, and they all seem happy. I've seen them pick them up too. So the service department, you come meet the guys in the shop. They're really nice. They must know what they're doing because people leave happy, right?
They do.
So we're working on a one-stop shop here. For you've got tires and things if you want to dress up. I guess you put a lift on them if they don't have one.
We can, yeah.
Okay.
We can do just
So
about anything to a
You've
golf
got
cart.
all of those, but you also rent carts.
We do.
And that's sort of a big deal. People, as I said, when they come to Rockport, I want to drive one of those carts around. I don't get to do that back home. You got plenty of them for the 4th of July weekend?
I believe we do. We've got their booking out, but I think we still have some left.
So if anybody wants to rent a cart, they just have to come in here and fill out a lot of paperwork, or
They can go on our website, and there is at clementscarts.com, and there's a rental at the top of the page that they can drop down and rent it, do their waiver. All we need is their driver's license and insurance card when they come to pick up the cart, and it's ready to go.
it would help if we knew the website address for that. It's
clementscarts.com.
all right, clementscarts.com. Can't be easier. If you have family coming in for the 4th of July, or if you're coming in from out of town, what you want to do is go to clementscarts.com, book one of these golf carts for the week or for the weekend, and it couldn't be easier to do. Now, you're going to be doing one other thing that really caught my attention. You're going to inspect carts, right?
That's right.
People, a lot of them don't know, but in Rockport, you're supposed to have the cart inspected before you run around on the streets.
Correct.
I used to have a house just a few blocks away from you on Fulton Beach Road. Sold the house, but I had a golf cart, and I had a terrible time trying to get that thing inspected. It's a real pain to get done. You're going to be doing it here. So anybody who has one that needs to get it inspected, I wasted a lot of time, and I thought, well, I can't drive my cart because it doesn't have an inspection on it. Do they need to have insurance?
Yes.
They have to have insurance on the cart.
They do.
Yes.
You could tell them a little bit about how or where to do that if they ask?
On insurance?
Yes?
Absolutely.
Okay. So if you have a golf cart and you've been running around on the streets and it's not inspected, you want to come to Clements Carts. I'm going to be showing, I've got some video to show them the exact location. And you want to come between the hours of?
We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 8 to 5.
Tuesday to Saturday, 8 to 5. This is Rockport time. Mondays are our days off. But Tuesday through Saturday, 8 to 5, you can get your golf cart serviced. You can get an inspection done. It's going to be great. I'm going to be giving away a bunch of things through this promotion. I'm trying to do sort of a theme for the first round. Everybody's going to get a second round. But on the first one, I've got a lot of golf-related stuff. I've got chargers for golf carts and custom floor mats and things like that. So I'm going to try and get you some golf-related things mostly for this first one. And I'll do a little introduction to show what's going to have. But we plan to have at least a few things that you could just come by and say, hey, I want that, and they'll hand it to you. Everyone else is going to have to fill out just a little entry form and drop it in a box, and we'll be doing some drawings. Anything else you want to talk about before we go?
I think we're happy to be here, and I think our customers are happy that we're here.
I know one. You've been bringing carts down to market days for quite some time. If anybody has seen golf carts at market days,
That's us.
that's
That is
you.
us.
Yeah.
That was our start in Rockport.
So you're already part of the community. It's just time for more people to come out and get to know you. www.clementscarts.com, and we'll talk again soon.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, I told you I was going to talk about the giveaways, but first some housekeeping. People have asked me, how do I know when the next one of these is going to come out so I don't miss one of them? And the answer is you go to YouTube and you hit the subscribe button. And then once you subscribe, a little bell pops up. Ring the bell and you get notified. You'll get an email when the next one of these videos drops and there's a new giveaway. And I'm going to be doing a lot more of these. I'm going to go video another business tomorrow, so it'll be up within the next few days, and then one a few days after that, and probably at least one more. Don't quit going to the first ones. The first video was the bookstore. She still has the box, and she still has the slips. Go by, meet her, and register, because the second round is going to be some bigger items. And some of this is up to you. If these companies get a good response, if a lot of you show up, I'm going to give away bigger items and more big items. So you've got time to catch up. If you didn't make it to the bookstore before we had the drawing, that's not a problem, because the drawings for the really bigger items will be coming up later on. And the way this is going to work, I'm going to do these drawings for each business in 2 stages. For this first one, obviously everyone who comes out and registers is going to be in line to win some of the drawing prizes. But also I've got some other items that will be at the businesses during their first week. And each day when a person comes by, the first one who says, hey, do you still have this? They'll give it to you. You'll walk out with a prize in your hands. The rest of the people will still have a chance to register to win some of the drawing prizes. So let me show you what the first prizes through Clements Carts are going to look like. We've gotten all of this rain. There are a whole bunch of people that have gotten water in places it doesn't belong. So the first prize that I'm going to have at Clements is this pump. I think it's 2,800 gallons an hour. It's got a low water pickup, so it's good for getting water out of garages or houses. As sad as that is, you can go in on Saturday, register, put your name in the box, and say, hey, do you still have that pump? And if you're the first one to ask for it, it's yours. Now, I told you in the video they're closed on Mondays, so go in on Tuesday, meet the people, register to win, and you say, oh, by the way, do you still have that charger for the EasyGo RXV? Now, not everybody has an EasyGo RXV, but if you have one, it's a really good charger, and they'll just give it to you on the spot. On Wednesday, if you go in, if you're the first one to ask for the custom cut floor mat for a Club Car Precedent, that's yours as well. Again, if you don't have a Club Car Precedent, it won't do you much good. But if you do have one, you ask for it, you walk out with it. It's really nice. Like I say, it's going to be a good fit. But if that one doesn't do you any good, we'll go in on Thursday. On Thursday, we're going to have some batteries for Milwaukee power tools, the cordless tools. These are not Milwaukee, but they're a good brand replacement. I've tested them. They do very well. Nice to have some spares. So you go in, you register, and you say, hey, do you still have those batteries for the Milwaukee power tools? If you're the first one, they're yours. And finally, on Friday, I've got a set of dock bumpers. If you have a boat dock, these things are great to have. I have the long ones and I have the corner bumpers. I think the set's, $150 or something. Save yourself some money. If you have a dock, go in on Friday morning and say, hey, do you still have those bumpers? And if you're the first one, same story. You walk out with something in your hands. Don't forget to register, though, and don't neglect to go to places like the bookstore. I know their drawing has already been held, but they're still taking registrations for the bigger drawings that are going to come at the end of these smaller ones. And so after we get done with those instant prizes, the next Saturday, we're going to have a drawing, and I'll show you some things we'll give away. I've got this Dirt Devil vacuum. It's nice. It's compact, but it's still powerful. It's a handy thing to have. I put this next thing on the list just because I thought it was very cool. It's a solar-powered street light. This thing has 972 LEDs, and it has a great big solar panel on the backside, so you don't need an electric wire to run up to it. If you got a place you need to light, it has a motion detector if you want to run it that way. I almost thought about keeping this one for myself, so that's going to be one of the drawing items. I've got a hammock chair. As you can see, this kind has got a frame built into it, so it's not as sock shaped as some of the other ones. We've got plenty of trees around Rockport. It'd be nice to hang this one up in the yard for the summer. Then I got this golf net. This is good for Clements carts because a lot of their customers are golfers. This thing says it's usable indoor or out. I'm not sure I would put it in my house. I might put it in my garage, but it's a good training aid, and that'll be given away in the drawing. And the last thing is this cart cooler. This is a pretty expensive cart cooler, soft-sided, and as you can see from the pictures, it's designed to go across the front of a golf cart, so you can take beverages with you wherever you go. Now remember, that drawing is going to be held on Saturday the 29th. That way people that are in for the 4th of July will be able to get their prizes if they win. But don't stop coming by to register. I'm telling you, the bigger items are going to be in a second drawing, and if your name is in the box, you're eligible for those, and you're going to get more details about it soon.